Lost my mask. I can't see anything, but I know we got a really funny comedian coming up next. She runs this really fucking dope podcast, Musically Illiterate. Give it up for Georgia Gove, everyone!
Alright, where's the banana?
Hi, hello. MC was talking about the most Chicago thing he's ever done. I think the most Chicago thing I've ever done is give a blowjob at Wilson. Before it was renovated, so. Don't let my outfit fool you. This mostly is me. I'm the mostly from the South, okay? I do feel a lot of affinity for the South, though, because I'm from New Jersey, which is like the South of the East Coast, you know? It's like, because everyone loves to dunk on it, and we have a lot of Nazis there, so I relate very heavily. Lots of family fights, you know? I do have a very Southern name, though. My name is Georgia. When I introduce myself, people like to ask, like, Georgia, are you from there? Fucking no. What fucking psychopath would name their kid Georgia? You know, like if they were from Georgia, you know, what kind of childhood would that be, okay? I was made fun of enough in New Jersey for having the name Georgia, okay? People would sing the state song at me. You know, like Alabama, Arkansas, whatever. You know the state song. You get it. They went through the whole thing and they were like, and Georgia! Which like doesn't sound like bullying, but like I was an awkward kid, so being called up on the bus for any reason was like a fucking nightmare, alright? Like I was just like, I'm gonna change my name and actually move to Georgia, okay? Like no one will know. I have a dead dad. Anyone else? Dead Dad Club? Alright. Just you wait, it'll get your dads too, alright? It's a pandemic. We'll be the only ones pretty soon. You all want to join my club, okay? Yeah, I have a dead dad. I guess I don't so much have a dead dad as I have ashes in my closet. Listen, he is in my closet, and I know some people probably think that's disrespectful, you know, but where would you keep your dead dad, okay? The theme I'm going in my living room isn't dead dad chic, okay? It's like a vintage thing I have going on, and it doesn't really fit into that vibe, all right? I don't really want ghosts haunting me while I'm just trying to have a relaxing afternoon. It's too sad, because your dads are gonna die, all right? Guess what? We all die someday. Man, okay, I gotta stop bringing that up. I like that. But I do. I know everyone like. I know like I should like scatter my dad's ashes, right? And I do have a plan for that. But my dad died when I was 15, so I was not emotionally or legally available to make any decisions about how he was gonna be, you know, passed on from this world. So my mom decided that we were gonna scatter his ashes on all 7 continents. Whoa. Which sounds really beautiful, right?
Yeah.
It does, but except now I have a baggie of ashes in my closet labeled Antarctica. So now I have to go to Antarctica? And I don't think they let you scatter ashes in Antarctica. I don't think that's something you're legally allowed to do. So now I have to smuggle my dad's ashes into Antarctica and somehow trick a climate scientist into looking the other way while I scatter them on some penguins, you know? Somewhere where they won't be noticed. And honestly, I'm just like, why don't I just throw his ashes into the sea? Because, I mean, wherever I scatter my dad's ashes, that glacier is going to melt and get into the sea. So, I mean, like, it's going to be there eventually. I'm just saving us all some time. But I do have a dead dad. I did bring, I don't know why I keep bringing, I have a dead dad. I don't know if you know this one thing about me. It's on my bio. I did scatter my dad's ashes in Australia when I was there, and which was beautiful. But I was also going to New Zealand, so I saved a little baggie to bring with me to New Zealand to scatter them there because I was just like, you know, when I'm already here, scatter them in all the places. But I brought a little baggie with me to New Zealand, and I didn't realize that New Zealand cares about their environment so much. Something other countries care about, y'all. We're a small island nation. They don't want people bringing bullshit in, okay? Like, they're trying to actually preserve their beautiful environment. But 20 minutes before we land, there was this big announcement that was like, you have to claim everything or we're gonna fucking fine the shit out of you. You know, like you either claim everything or you owe your entire college, your entire college fund to the country of New Zealand. So now I'm sitting there and I have a dilemma because I'm like, do I claim my dad's ashes or do I not claim my dad's ashes? Because technically they are an animal product, so will I get fined if I don't? So I do decide to like claim my dad's ashes because I don't really want him to be discovered and then like sitting in a box in New Zealand customs, like that's not the kind of resting place that I had in mind for him, although I do think it was very funny. It'd be very funny if I were just like, Dad, I planned this beautiful ceremony for you, but you're now in a box in Australia. Next to somebody's weed that they tried to smuggle in, like that might be where I want to end up, but not him. So I claim my dad's ashes, and I get there. I get to the front of the line, and I like put my little paper down, and he doesn't even blink twice at my dad's ashes, but my fucking hiking boots. He was like, all right, we need to swab those down, okay? Because you can bring your dead dad in here, but you can't bring seeds from America, all right? This is fucking New Zealand. You're not allowed here. That needs a better tag. Anyway. I have a dead dad. I was a weird kid. I don't know if anyone else was a weird kid in high school, but I was well, not just in high school, in all school, and not everywhere. I'm a weird kid right now. But I was a weird kid. I was the kind of kid who would eat milk bones in the lunchroom.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh no. I look back at that memory and I'm like, oh no. If I could go back and see her doing that, I'd be like, oh no. No. Do you want friends? I did eat milk bones, which for anyone who doesn't know, that's a dog treat. So the dog in the audience would love that. But my colleagues in school did not. But that made me too weird even for the anime kids, They were like, your weirdness is over 9,000. Anyone who didn't get that joke didn't watch Dragon Ball Z. So you would have excluded me too. But I was a weird kid. I think the weirdest thing about me were my Halloween costumes. One of my Halloween costumes in 5th grade, I was a 3-headed demon. Which I really got the concept of Halloween, okay? But at 5th grade, everyone was trying to be cute, right? Like, all the girls were just like, oh, boys. And I was just like, nah, horror. Now I'm going to haunt your dreams, okay? Like, I'll be in your dreams some way, but it's not going to be the way I want. But I was a 3-headed demon, and my dad rigged up this costume that had, like, 2 heads on either side, Very horrifying. Would do it today. I think that would be a great Halloween costume for me today. A 5th grader, horrifying to show up at your door, Trick or treat, or haunt your dreams for a lifetime. Then another Halloween costume I had was I was a very anatomically correct butterfly.
Oh, no.
Which sounds adorable, but until you imagine an 8-year-old with like legs sticking out of her front, like 8 little stockings stuffed with cotton, like it's. I looked like Predator. I looked like I was just Predator's mouth, like that's the look I was going for. And my dad again rigged up this like beautiful harness with these wings that expanded out, and it really was gorgeous. I had no spatial awareness though as an 8-year-old, so I was just like knocking people out left and right, like fucking wings, bitch. Like you will see me. Another one of my costumes, I was my own dog. My own dog. I had a huge paper mache head that I made myself, okay? It looked like I had discovered being a furry at a very young age. It looked like I was gonna leave trick-or-treating and just be like, all right, I'll see you later while I discover my sexuality. Yeah, I was very odd. I don't know if anyone's having like fights with their relatives right now. I am. I got into a fight with a relative earlier this month, and she came in hot, right? Like it was on Instagram. She came in hot, and then immediately backtracked and was like, "I'm sorry. This is a really hard time of year for me. My divorce was finalized on 9/11/1996. Bitch, that's not even the most tragic or recent 9/11. Also, it is September 4th. I just really think it's ironic that somebody who can't get over their divorce thinks black people should get over slavery. Like, maybe you work on you first, bitch, okay? I literally suggested therapy to her, which she took as a dig, but I was like, I think you fucking need it, okay? I think you need some therapy. I'll leave you guys with this joke. They say you're gonna marry somebody like your dad, right? So I've been really getting into necrophilia lately.